Well, hello again. Dread Mechanic back again. Part 3 of my Armored Core Mark 2 build stream. I forget where I'm up to sometimes. For anyone that's been watching this, we've been building an Armored Core loosely based on some of these reference images at the side. It's kind of half based on them and half based on an Armored Core kind of design already done. So we've got this four-legged monstrosity. I would actually like to do more of the legs. I'd like to try and make them a bit chunkier, a little bit spindly. Maybe like to bulk the knees up a little bit. Some of the joints. But yeah, so far it walks forward and backward. It turns. Sets up some basic controls for the robot head. So look around. We've got some ridiculous manual gyro control that's actually way too powerful at the moment. I may end up taking out this one in the middle. Swapping it for something else. Probably a large thruster, because I also foolishly want to try and make this thing fly. Or at least be able to get off the ground. So, we were up to here. We can use vanilla controls to make the arms, legs, and we can do the same to make it walk back. Got vanilla controls to turn those gyros left and right, which as you can see is shifting the weight of the lower half of the mech, because the entire lower half of the mech is a separate grid to the top half. And I'm stupid like that. I like to make my life difficult. So, one of the next things we need to do is I actually need to bring up my own reference pictures on my other monitor. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. There's a few ideas staring me in the face. Oh, those two are actually the same kind of leg, so it's like two different ones. Yeah, okay. Right, well, to start with, just in case of catastrophic smag-ups, let's make and then we decided that we've got way more gyro than we need. And then we can probably make better usage of that. Just everywhere. Yeah, stay down there. Do also think we're going to need more over. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50. Copy setting, copy order. Pressing wrong button. These ones are going to be 6. And the ones at the back. That can be 4 times. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 59, 8, 9, 11, 12. Yeah. Necessary. Nothing. All things I wanted to do. Just check these suspensions. Don't need steering, don't need propulsion. Oh. 50, you can stay like that. Right, now, if I'm going to have just my controllers, timers that are doing forward and backward, that's left and right, you can see that lighting up. I'm going to need flight mode on and flight mode off. Control. I'm also going to need some time visual indicator that the system in question is that. That is why you can put it that way. Buy stuff. Where is it? It's going to be rather painful to dig out. Well, let's just delete the control seat. It's not actually that important. Be replaced whenever. I've not actually tied anything into that yet. So that looks quite big. Just it like that. Stick the speed. Just for shits and giggles. What would a motorbike seat look like in there? Way too close and you can't see anything. Yeah, thought so. I moved it a lot back. Yeah, you still can't see anything with that screen directly in the way. Regular control seat it is. Back in. Yeah, that's better. I can still see the controllers. Low cat, what do you want? Come on then. Come on. Yes, come on. Yeah. Happy now. Sit down. Right, so he's facing the way. Right, so that gets to the spine. Walk mode. The attack images. Ooh, size 3. Apart from that, because the background we're going to choose is going to be that colour. Pink is a little bit together. Red is... it could be yellow for now until we figure something else out. Centre is around 25 somewhere. There's that Trinity background. There it is. A light background. And then we have walk mode active. Go a walk mode sign. We'll do the same with this. We'll make it a light mode sign. These two LCDs are essentially going to be the on and off switches for walk mode and the flight mode, like I've done on plenty of other maps before. So what did we go with? We were just going to go yellow, weren't we? Enter 25. Light mode active. I've got an idea for a new block on the way home from going to feed my friend's cat today. I'd really like it if Keen would make a block that was halfway in between the new broadcast blocks and the motion control block. And by that, I mean that I would like it if we had a block that could send custom text messages like the broadcast signal block can. But if, instead of sending it to the HUD, it could send it to display screens. Selected display screens, the same way the emotion controller can send smiley faces to selected display screens, and you can select those faces by choosing actions, toolbar. just a thought that occurred to me. I'd really like something like that. Because then you could do text, like text screens that were functional and reacted and responded to stuff in game. Like I could have one screen to do multiple different modes. And it could just say walk mode, flight mode, thing mode, this mode, that mode on the same screen, rather than having to have 12 different LCDs. But just an idea I had. If someone's smart enough to make a mod like that, please let me know. Right, so right, so let's have control. Let's spell properly. Controller walk mode on off. Same. This one. This one can be flight mode on and off. So those controllers, in conjunction with those hollow screens, will form the on-off, or form the basis of the on-off switch for the flight mode. But there's going to be quite a few commands going into that. So I'm going to need to set up some other time blocks. That. Hang on. Is that the right one? Yes, it is the right one. That can be walk mode on, off. That is going to be the button that we put on the toolbar rather than putting the hollow LCD. Because I'm the kind of weirdo that likes to have buttons on my toolbar rather than lots of random different blocks that you're not sure what they're doing. I'd just rather have a timer with a name. That can be flight mode on, off. And at the end of the day, when everything's built, those timers are going to consist of just flicking these on and off. Doing so will turn on all of the flight mode and all of the walk mode. So for them to work, I'm going to need more timer blocks. So we would need walk mode on, walk mode off. Or do we want to put them down here? You know what? We'll do them down there for now. So that one will end up being walk mode on. That one will be walk mode off. Light mode on. And light off. Right. So starts getting real complicated again. Go back there. Jump back into it. Right, so at the moment, walk mode is active by default. So when we turn it on and off, when we turn it on, we will leave that first page blank in case of any redundancies. Things we end up realising we need to move a block further forward. That will always happen. So when we turn things on, we want the walk forward controls. No, the walk cycle turns them on, so we just need that to turn on, those two thrusters to turn on. Then we need the same for reverse mode. And the reverse thruster. That will turn on the controls that allow you to walk forward and backward. Right, and then on the next page we've got the turn stuff. First things first, we want to turn them on. Then we want to turn on the thrusters that go with them. Is there anything else that would need to be activated? I don't think so. Not right now, anyway. So walk off. Let's skip the first page in case of things we need to fix. So it would be a case of we want that controller to turn off, and the thrusters that trigger it to turn off. And then we want the reverse controls and the thruster to turn off. And we would want the turn controls to turn off, so it can't move about when it's not walking. Then we would want some of the walk stuff to stop, definitely, as a precaution. Might want that at the beginning. Walk cycle stuff. When it turns off, that can turn off. That's all controlled by that though now, so that can turn off. Yeah, I think I boiled it all down to just that, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so that turns off the walk cycle. That turns off the thrusters. And we'll just leave it at that for now. So, the walk mode on-off timer is going to turn the walk mode sign on and off. the walk mode on off controller is going to be triggered by that sign. And when it is turned on and off, it will trigger these blocks. So, when we trigger this, it turns everything off. And now we can't move, we can't walk, all those thrusters are off. We can't turn because the thrusters and the controllers are turned off. And if we trigger that block again, turn the sign back on, the thrusters kick back in, and we can walk, and we can turn again. Cool. Right. So, other things I would like to do. Oops, wrong thing. G, walk mode. Let's stick that on the toolbar for now, so that we can do it like that. Right, so other things I would like to do is when walk mode is deactivated, I would like to see what it looks like when the legs fully retract. Or at least partially retract. Right, walk mode off. Oh, I know something that it can do. When walk mode is off and everything else is off, it can absolutely make sure that all of these controllers turn off as a failsafe. And the reverse ones off. Oh, I like to have a little bit of space. Makes it easier to see what I'm doing when I inevitably have to change things. Walk 02. I need to name them something better. Right, so that turns all of them off. Which means none of the legs are going to do funky things when I try and do this. The leg lights are all set up, but turning off these lights makes each section of the leg move and do things. So, I want all of the knee sections off. Like all of the hip sections to stick out. That section can stay as it is, so it's just the foot section that I want to turn off, so that when I do that, he stands like that. And obviously, turning on again isn't going to do anything. So what I need to do is walk mode on. So we turn the walk controllers on, we turn the turn controllers on. Then the leg lights. Leg light. Leg light 01. What I do is the opposite of that, which is all these. Oh, not those two. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to rename them so they're not in the middle. On and on, and then the hip lights can stay off, so they're sticking out, because the walk cycle starting pulls them back in again. And then the leg light 0, 2. Oh, actually I should definitely add them in as a redundancy, just in case. Because they all want to be switched on, and just in case anything smegs them up, that command will reset them. Look, if you're going to sit there, your head is going to get in the way. Sorry, my cat is being... One of my cats is being ignorant and just a pain in the arse. She insists on being glued to me at all times, even if it means she's completely in the way. Right, so they would want to all be switched back on again, and I want to just fix that, so that can get leg light 0, 2, on, and on, 0, 3, off. Off. Right, so now when we turn it on, it goes into that position, and something's not turned back on properly. Oh, I know what's not turned back on properly. Walk mode on. Do. Oh, yeah, because nothing else turns... Yeah. I'm a fool. Actually... walk... on... Oh, no. Actually, no. Walk on. The actual walk on function can... Come on. Or maybe you can put in a start. What's in start? Yeah, because that's... You're right, yeah, because that sets them all up the way they're gonna be. Yeah, okay, so... Walk 0, 2. Let's move them first. Rotor. On, off. Then on. And off. So if you walk 0, 2, because they are currently all switched off. Yep, there we go. Yep, they're all switched off. So we do the same thing here. Rotor. Off and on. Off. on. Walk controller 02 on and on and on and on. Hit forwards. There we go. They're all responding properly now. So if we turn it off, it does that. Turn it on, it does that. That was a weird response from that back leg. What are you doing? Oh, I see. Yeah, I get why it's doing that. It's because I've put the return controllers turning on the start, and there is a 1 second delay in there. So it does need to actually turn them on in this block. That'll move all of them. Yeah. Ugh. Right, so 02. Back. Start. Forward. Let's move that. Move. Off. There, on, and start. Walk 02, we'll turn on there, on there, on there, on there. Rev start, we'll turn on and start there. Walk 02, we'll turn on and on. Let's take them out of there again to save some space. Oh no, it's only a bit later on. There you go. It's not getting the weird reaction because the controller will turn it on at the right time. Right, and the legs will reset to that position. We'll turn it all off. We'll do that. And we can't move, we can't turn. And that can just be its default standing position when it's idle and doing nothing. That could also be its landing position in flight mode. Its feet are pointing straight down. Yeah, cool. Right, so that's flight mode on and off then. At least for now, anyway. And you can hear the engines and everything turning off. Cool. Right. Flight mode. Walk mode. Oh, I'm saying the wrong damn thing. Right. Now, we need to think about flight mode and subgrid controllers. And no, I'm trapped. Yeah, knew that would happen eventually. There we go. Right. So, we need to somehow tuck in a few hydrogen thrusters into this top grid. It's no use putting them down here because that is all a separate grid from that point on. I'm gonna make this tricky. I always have to make things difficult for myself. Yes, I do. You know what? One thing we're going to do is we are going to put this thing off. In fact, we don't need to put it off at all. Yeah. You just dangle there for a second. There we go. Put that off. Fix it on there instead. Now we have better access. This bit. Need to somehow pipe in a load of hydrogen. Stuck it all down. Yeah, I stuck all of it in the waste down there, so none of the ideas I've got over there going to be any use here. You in the middle, you might have to get swapped to a hydrogen thruster. Unless I want to pipe some in and make the shoulders bigger. Which is... what I do. Yeah. Right, I can't really put hydrogen thrusters there because they will be entirely in the way. I could potentially sneak some in there, left and right. Damn, I might have to move that camera. Well, actually, no. Oh, that's gone. I could squeeze one in there. I could squeeze one in either side of there, maybe, for left and right. Ow. Then I would need up and down. That could be there. Which means there'd be at least one block there for that connector. And I could have a thruster there for down. I could have one there for the override. So that's left, right, up, forward. That could be down. Right. Let's just reverse then. Can't chop any more of that up. Like the way that's designed. Do that. Block higher. As soon as I delete that. Oh no, that's attached there as well, isn't it? That's okay. Ultimately, what would end up happening would it would end up being a in that like that. No, I'd want it a block further back. That like that. And that would be something like that. That would be something like that. Then we could put that like that for now. Where's my other box? Where's my washboard? There it is. We do something like that. Maybe. And use that to make sure that those panels are fixed on properly. We would need to get it into the conveyor network. Let's put that out. Let's fit into ugh. That would be a problem. Yeah, no, just attach that. Don't care. What's under there? Nothing I can get to. Fine. That was the wrong button. And that was the wrong button. Pressing all the wrong buttons. There we go. Oh, you back. Thank you. So that was never going to work. Maybe then if we delete that. Ugh. Delete that. Turn that into a that to a corner block. Oh, I see why that fell apart. There we go. Right, we have that as a corner block. Then have another corner there, like that. And then where's that triangular piece? Alright, there you go. One of them there. Behave. Right. There you are. One of them there. Then we can tuck those thrusters back in there. And then where are we? There we go. One, two, three. The best I can do is connect it up like that, or run it all the way back across here. And that's about it. So, options for making this not look shit. Could do now. Like that. Let's maybe even cover some of this crap up. What have we got? Do that and that for there. And over here, we've got what shapes have we got? Oh, maybe it was that. Yeah, it was that. We could do that. 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 Let's just, where's the square? Where's the good old square piece? There it is. Let's stick that in like that. And we can attempt to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. We got that, 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 that. 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 Do. Just grab it. We need a couple of triangles there. We could even potentially take that. slightly differently. Accent their shape a little bit better. Yeah. Ooh. And then we could even stick that across the top there. Stick that across the top there. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. I like that for now. That's a little way of getting the hydrogen to the front. We need to figure out how we're going to do the rest of these. So that is going to come out. And that is going to end up being a T section instead. Why is that not fitting anymore? So I deleted there, that's causing problems. Oh. That whole section. Glue that back on again. Not feel like that. Let's just. Yeah, I tried. Whatever. Paste that just in case. Oh yeah, because there was a little house for that camera. Is what it was. So that needs to be a T section, and then the next one also needs to be a T section because I need a thruster on the end of there, and I need a thruster pointing out right there directly underneath that. That's not going to help. Ah, I could probably squeeze a hydrogen thruster in here somewhere. So in that case, we'll just make that one of them. Make that a T section as well. Then we will end up having two thrusters, 1 and 2. One will be up, one will be override. Then here, need to cut that out. Put in another T section. And preferably tuck the thruster all the way in. That'll be our down controls. Then that's the thing we've deleted a dozen times. Go back there. Sweet. Then that can cover that a little bit. Cool. Right. Starting to come together. Hold on. Then there's this bit. Ah! Oh, that works. That's handy. We've got a conveyor port right there. Oh, that whole route's a conveyor port, dickhead. I can take that out of there. Then yes, another T section. And then get rid of them. Right. We want smack. I think that's blocked. I might actually need to use one of them. I don't like that much. So it needs to be that. And then I need, yeah, it's gonna have to be one of them. One of them. That's the side thrusters, which could then cheekily be. Ooh, in fact, actually, we could use different from that. Looks a bit spiky. Yeah, that'll do. I appear to have got to add one of them. Ugh, that's the wrong way around. There it is. Right. Cool, right, so we've got. Oh, hey Nick. Oh, the cat is fine. He gave me an almighty telling off when I went round to see him before. Moody little sod. But he is fine. And this build is going well. I'm just figuring out how to put some thrusters in it to make it fly, but I've set up a walk mode that deploys the legs into the walk position. And then they've got a control system that's triggered by that little thruster firing that makes all of that stuff do things. It's got a reverse thruster that does the reverse mode. And it all resets when you let go of buttons, and it all tucks away when you turn off the walk mode. But yeah, I want to start work on the subgrid. Oh, it's no problem, man. You know me, I like cats. I'm always happy to feed them. My only issue is you live fucking miles away from me, but other than that, it's never a problem. So what else was there? Oh yeah, so we've got forwards. Oh yeah, we needed to tuck in some kind of this. Oh, forward hydrogen thruster. Jamming it in there just wasn't going to work. It looked crap. And it would just end up burning everything. But no. if I potentially put thruster there, connector there and there on that side, and bunged a thruster on either one. And that's going to be clear of all that stuff and nothing's going to get scorched. So that might just about work. And then we could pipe that in. Damn it. I knew that would be connected to something. Yeah. Clang, clang, clang. Oh. Let me go up there like that, and then this is why we need more conveyor blocks. More of these reinforced conveyors. We need a 3-way corner section. Where is it? There it is. Because now I need to put another one of them in. You can shut up, Smegger. That needs to go there. Then that thruster needs to go back on there, and you can't tell from the outside anyway, so it's fine. Now, filling out this back section. What's that looking like? Do something like that, maybe, possibly, or we could do something with a bit more shape. We could do something like that. Oh no, not that one. Not that angle. Yeah, it'd have to be that one. Like that. Then stick that on the end. That's not going to conflict with any thrusters. No, it's not. Okay, like that. And that can go there, maybe. That could go there. That could go there, and then we need to... we don't even need that connector anymore, because we've got that one up there. We do need that connector to stay there, though, because we need to pipe up into there. That connects us into the rest of it, and the arms. Yeah, so we need to think about what's going on in the back of here, behind the pilot seat. got a decent little chunk of space for all the things I'm going to need. That's the conveyor port for that. That'll be able to connect into there. That I do not want to chop out right now. That I don't want to chop out right now. So we can go. That's like that. That, like that, and like that. We are connected. Everything is piped up. The only other issue is we need some hydrogen tanks. Hydrogen tanks are 4x2, aren't they? The little ones are, at least. Oh, that's a point. I've got a huge fucking Mac, haven't I? I can get in way bigger tank. You know what? That's what I'm doing down here with this space. We are putting a large tank in because I can fucking well fit one. Right. That good. In theory, be everything it needs for the basis of the flight mode to work. Ooh. Quickly, before I start messing around with this, I'm gonna go and get my my vanilla movement control nonsense test dummy. I'm just gonna grab this from a different save file because I haven't blueprinted it yet. Or actually, I'm not sure. No, I've not even named it yet, so it won't have a blueprint. This mech I'm about to grab is my small grid test dummy for vanilla flight control stuff with subgrids and all that kind of shenanigans. He's got a hydrogen tank sitting on his head. So yeah, let's just blueprint him from here. So I've not even named it yet. I'll just call it Vanilla Mech for now. He is crap at walking, he is crap at flying. So he's got an awful lot of subgrids going on in there, but he's got the latest version of all of my completely over the top vanilla controls, so they'll come in handy for programming stuff into the Armored Core, because this mech has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly 10 or 12 sets of subgrid thrusters that are all like kind of semi-vanilla VTOL type things that all swing into position depending on what keys you press. And it's taken a lot of faffing about to figure it all out. But yeah, he'll be good for trying to work out this nonsense. So long as, delete that old version, so long as spawning him into the game doesn't make it all explode. That's one thing. There we go. Where's the flames? Right. Yeah. This is what I mean. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a subgrid as well, but I don't think I've set that one up yet. But yeah, he's got like 10 different sets of subgrid thrusters that all do lots and lots of mad stuff. But I've built it with one of the tiny little cab control seats for now. But yeah, when he moves forward, backward, left, right, up, down, you can see all those thrusters moving different combinations. That's the kind of thing I want to do with the big guy over there. I also need to work out a decent way to scale up this little Gatling machine gun thing that I've made. Because I want to give the big dudes decent guns, but these are going to be... actually it's not too bad, it's more like a machine pistol for him. I would have to extend the barrel by at least a block. Actually, that won't be too bad, I don't think. Using like machine pistol type things. I won't have to worry about having a gun in the back of the hand. You can actually just have those on your shoulder weapons. Right. Okay, so we've got that mad thing. Oh, see you in a bit, Nick. Enjoy your wrestling, dude. What was I thinking? Yeah, right, so this flight mode is going to get hella confusing now. So with this one, as you can see, all of the event blocks that do everything are on display as much as possible. Because I like being able to see everything in action as it's all doing different stuff. And it also helps putting blocks that do different things in the relevant part of the body, or at least near the relevant part of the body. So I'm going to have to do a similar thing with this, and I want to put subgrid jetpacks all over this bastard. I want to get subgrid leg thrusters and things on this. He's already got the thrusters in the feet waiting to go. But I get the feeling that, well, I know for a fact that's not heavy enough already to lift it by itself. But putting 2 dozen subgrid thrusters in it will probably help. Right, so we are going to start digging out holes and sticking in more event controllers because event controllers, in my opinion, are one of the best things to happen to space engineers in a long time. They are a fantastic little block. This is a lot more versatile than people realise. Maybe more than people have discovered. There's an awful lot of stuff to do with it. I'm still working out stupid things you can do with it. So that is going to be Jetpack Light. Jetpack Light L01. This is going to be bright red. Make it flash one. Do that. Copy settings. Copy all. That gets to be R01. Yeah, check that first. R01. Roller. Jetpack. R01. That gets to be L0. And then because it's so grid, it can't be controlled by the pilot seat without using a script or timer blocks. What we can do is put it that way around. Yeah, so what I'm saying, what we need is what does it look like with the green lights pointing in? What we need is a pair of timers to turn on and off the thrust override. Actually, no, we don't. If I want to do this as bullshit free as possible, I need 4 timers. Otherwise, I have to leave the timers just triggering themselves, and that's been causing problems with our little test dummy over there because he's not got enough space in him for more timers. So, check that out. Take that out and that out. And that out. So we could then have where are they? Timer blocks. Actually, we'll have it facing that way. So that'll be the first one. That'll be, and then the second and third ones don't really matter as much. To name them first. So you have to get in there. So that timer block can be Jetpack L01 on 0 on. because I need it to increase the thrust override. And I'm pretty sure the thrust override increases at like 5% per action, which means you need 20 actions to go from 0 to 100. And there's only 10 slots in a timer that you can use for the same action. So I need 2 timers. I need one to trigger the other. That gets to be on 0, 1. Gets to be oh, for God's sake. What setting? Copy all. On 0, 1. Based on 0, 2. That gets to be off 0, 1. And then the last one, we'll stick in there. That gets to be off 0, 2. So now we've got a light that can trigger an event controller that will turn that back and forth. And then we've got 4 timers to turn the thruster on and off when we want to. So then we need to do the same thing here. So we need to have on that. Oh yeah, that needs replacing. Yeah. So we're gonna have copy setting, paste. This gets to be R01 on R0 on R01 on 2 R01 off 1 and then the last one that one. 1 off 2. And then there's a little bit of greebling because I can't help but cover things up. There you go, that can go there. That can go there. That and that. Got that. There we go. So they're all kind of covered up but still visible. Blended in. For now, while we are setting things up, we will stick a bunch of them there. Keep that hydrogen tank filled up. And we'll stick a large container on the bottom for now. Obviously, this is all going to get deleted later. Nice. Once we physically can. And we've got connection issues. Oh, yeah, because we've not figured out that bit, have we? Got distracted. Yes, everything is all plumbed in except for that bit which connected to the rest of the system. So what we need to do is don't want to waste all that space there. Right, the simplest way will be lopping them off. Changing them to these. No, changing them to that bloody annoying block again. And then that needs a T section in the middle. That. That can fold up. Plenty of space back here, so that's not a massive concern. That can get painted black. Have that face down. Then we can stick that in there, and presto, everything comes to life. Groovy. Right, so, yeah, of course you're dusting off that. So you get to be the override thruster. That will be white. So up, override. White thruster up, control, and that will have no override. Copy that. That will be right control. That will be right over. Right. Eventually, 10 of them on there. That will be left control. Left override. Do. Down control. Oh yes. Now this. So I don't want one of them firing and one not. That would look crap. But oh yeah, I need to put those thrusters back. Oh, actually. Oh no. No, it's still. No, I would still need another thruster somewhere. So. There. Do that. Do that. That in there. That gets to be forward. Override. That gets to be forward L01. R01 control. Then finally, that gets to be reverse. And that gets to be reverse. Right, that should be all H2 thrusters that we need. Sounds like that's pretty full. Cool. Okay. Right. That has been just over an hour and a half, and my cup of tea has run out. So I will be back in a few minutes. And I'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. I will see you. Right, we are back. Fresh cup of tea in hand. Right, so we had set up some of the basic parts we need. So things that we are also going to need to make this system work is we need some timers for the different directions in which things are going to move. So we need a forward, a backward, an up, a down, a left and a right, and a stop for each one of them, or for each axis. So we need up, down, stop, left, right, stop, forward, backward, stop. 9 blocks. What's behind that? Behind that is that. That is that. Now that is an idea. One of the ideas I've been having with these vanilla mechs is, well, at the moment, is I want to make some stuff that's as vanilla as possible, but I also, like I was saying earlier, I want the functional parts of those vanilla systems to kind of be on display, so that you can see how it works on the outside as well as on the inside, rather than having to like just look through the terminal menu, because that could be kind of boring. So yeah, we could have the light of each of them poking out a little bit. Oh crap, wait, oh. Forward, backward, up, down, left, right, down. Fucked, so actually delete those ones, don't need them. But I quite like the look of that. I'm going to replace those with them. So that'll be up, down, left, wait, up, down and stop. That'll be forward, backwards and stop. And then we need somewhere else to put left, right and stop. Which could be there. Yeah, go on, do it like that. Do. There it is. So we would have it laid out. Something like that. And then we could, again, actually, or we could do it a little bit differently. Oh, in fact, I'm going to do that. Let's place them like that. Then there. Alright. For now. Yeah. That one will be light forward. Light forward on. I know, it just has to be light forward. You know, we'll call it on anyway. White reverse. And that would be flight forward / reverse. Off. Pretty sure that's how I was doing it in here, wasn't I? Like, oh, oh, right, yeah. No, it doesn't really matter, same thing. That's forward. Reverse. That gets to be up. That gets to be down. Down. Off. And finally we're gonna have left. Right. And that gets to be left. Right. Off. So, all the complicated nonsense starts now. I say all, what I mean is even more. Right. This jetpack controller. Going to be triggered by that light turning on and off. When that light is turned on and off, it's simply going to turn that rotor back and forth. Off, on, off. There you go. So when it's on, it's in an up position. When it's off, it's in a forward position. And if we want it to move quicker, just increase the RPM. Yep. Same thing for here. Clock switched on, off. Jetpack light R01. Jet rotor R01 with it. This. And for this one, we want to be minus 36 because we're the other way around. On, off, on, off. Go. So, we've got all these thrusters. And the ones that are actually firing, the ones, roll thrusters. Ah, crap, if I've got that tank attached to the bottom, I don't get a reading of my hydrogen on the hood. I hate that. Ah, Keen, you need to sort that out. You need to be able to see the hydrogen of something across subgrids on your hood. Because I know that H2 tank is full. God damn it. Well, there's absolutely not enough space anywhere up there to get a large hydrogen tank, so I'm just going to have to suck it. Anyway, so now that we've got those flight controls set up, built-in flight controllers. We've done the timers, we've not done the controllers. So I need forward, backward, left, right, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Preferably I want these ones to actually be in the cockpit and on the same grid I'm connected to, because I've had issues with that in the past. Yep. Up, down, left, right, forward, backward. 5. You know what? For a change, I might use. I might use those ones up there. I usually save them for weapon controls and things, but why not? Why not use them for something else? So, those event controls. Controller, light, reverse. What is on my table that's rattling? Oh, it's my speaker stand against my telly. There we go. Controller, light, right, and controller. Light, left. Controller, light, up. Why haven't I done that until now? That one gets to be down. What was it to do that? Oh, they're those two in the back. Yeah, okay. Right, so. For that, the access door. Roller, pilot seat. Pilot seat. Roller. Pilot seat. Cockpit occupied. Pilot seat. Access door. Open. And actually do that, that, that. Because we want one of these things. That's top screen to display targeting info. Stuff we're going to set up later. That for now needs to be main cockpit. When I jump out, it'll turn that off and say no cockpit selected, hopefully. Yeah, and that way when I jump out, the AI can control it later. Conflict. Oh, because we haven't even remotely thought about potential AI control blocks, have we? Oh, but they would have to go in the bottom half? I don't know, I'll figure that out later. For now, flight controls. Right, so we've got a flight forward controller that will be triggered by thrust over 50% that comes out of a block that I haven't named apparently. Flight thruster forward. I'm not named the thing properly. Oh, clicked on stored power, that's why. Thrust greater than 50%. There we go. Forward. Choose both of those. Why not? So when that goes over 50%, it will on, turn off, trigger that block, turn off, turn on, opposite, trigger that block. Hey. So, light, forward, on, will, first of all, turn off those lights. Forward reverse. I'll turn them back on again. So now when I hit forwards, those thrusters kick into a forward direction and they now reset when I let go. Yeah, and that is the most basic part of how you make subgrid thruster control. Well, at least the VTOL bit. And that's just me manically tapping the key to show you that it always goes back to where it came from. Right, so we need to set the jetpack controls. So jetpack on. L01 will be this thruster. Hello, Mez, or Maz. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Maz. I can't say I'm familiar with Murakumo Renegade Mech Pursuit, but that's another thing I'm going to have to add to the list of stuff I need to have a look at. But yeah, I suppose it could be. It's more of an Armored Core kind of themed stream and building session, but I presume they're similar. All giant robots are kind of the same, really, especially when they've got a Japanese or anime theme. So increase 10 times. Because I've experimented with just doing it once and setting it to trigger, and kinda works, kinda doesn't. Well, it works, but it causes problems later on. So then jetpack 02 can turn on and trigger itself. And that's all said and done. This block can turn itself off so it doesn't accidentally trigger again. And that will feed into number 2, which will do exactly... Original Xbox title for... Oh, is it a From Software game? Well then I'm gonna have to have a look at it because I'm a bit of a From Software dog. I love all the Souls games, I love all the Armored Core games. Hang on. Let me write that down actually, because I'll forget about that. Murakumo Renegade Pursuit. Remember that for later. Thank you very much. Right, so Jet L01, there it is. That will increase, 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 all the way to the end. And that will turn itself off. If it's a From Software game, I presume it is brutally difficult. They usually are, and honestly, the further you go back, the harder they get. From Software have been slightly easing off on their audience over the years. Mostly probably due to mass appeal and people whinging. I know there's people that complain that Elden Ring is too difficult, but having played From Software games for the better part of the last 15 years, I can tell you that Elden Ring has the lowest point of entry of any of their games in recent years, but has one of the steepest difficulty curves. Best way to put it is Elden Ring starts off easier than any of the other Souls games, but it very, very, very quickly gets a lot more difficult as you reach towards the end game. Because more and more of the bosses in that game are just flaily piles of limbs and swords. Unlike the final boss of Armored Core 6, there's a flaily pile of lasers and missiles. And I still haven't gotten around to beating him yet. I do need to go back to that at some point. Right, so that, when triggered, should now turn on that thruster. So it's going to go through all of them, increase it bit by bit, turn that on, trigger it, turn itself off, which will start the next one, do the same. So we turn that off to prove a point, turn that on, trigger now, does nothing because I turned that one off too like a dumbass, trigger now. That has done. Oh. What have I fucked up? One, two, off, one. Is it that? Is it going too quickly? Back thruster 0, 1. Oh, it's not switched on, dumbass. Because I turned it off earlier. Right. It is working. Let's turn that back down to 0. Let's jetpack on 0, 1. Jet on 0, 1. Let's have it turn itself off again at the end of that sequence. So that is on, the jetpack is off, trigger it now, and it flies into action, and is at full capacity. And to do the off, we'll just do the same thing in the other direction. Need to decrease 10 times, and then trigger the next block and do it another 10 times. I think. Hang on, we'll experiment, I'm not sure. Might depend on the size of the block. Right, 10, L02 off, on, trigger, off 01, off. Oh, hang on, we were going to experiment. Oh, it doesn't matter because I haven't set that up. So, if I then trigger that, yeah, it reduces it by half. So yeah, we do need. Oh, sorry, Maz, I didn't see your message there. Yeah, I mean, Hidetaka Miyazaki is still a complete sadist when it comes to the way he designs his games. But yeah, maybe it's his old age. He's eased off a little bit. But I mean, I say he's eased off, but Elden Ring and Armored Core 6 get absolutely ridiculous by the end of those games. Honestly, the final boss, or what I presume is the final boss in Armored Core 6, I swear to God you need to be a Jedi or a vampire or something with supernatural reflexes to beat that bloody thing. Because it's just ridiculous. L01, so decrease, 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 all the way, end. And then that will turn itself off and it doesn't need to trigger anything else. So, flick that on, trigger it, it'll turn everything off, turn it all off, disable all that. That's switched on, trigger it, turns everything on, but it's not turned itself off, so I've selected it to turn off the wrong one, because I'm a dumbass. On 01, off. So if I trigger that again, it'll turn itself off. And that on, trigger it, cycles through, turns that off. Fantastic. So, if we do flight forward, jet L01 on. All we need to do is turn on that and trigger it. When we turn it off again, jet off 01, we turn that on and trigger it. So, what's going on there? Interesting. Right. Is that a strength issue? Hang on. Yet, let's turn you off for a second. Yeah, something's going on there. Your design is exactly the same. What's going on with you? 10. Oh, it's a strength issue. Yeah. hope. Right, let's turn that back on, and yeah, it was a rotor strength issue. That's why I stuck that mod on here. Yeah, this thing is like 99% vanilla. The only mod involved in this is a mod.io mod, so it is available to everybody on all platforms. And all it does is increase rotor strength. Doesn't add anything as far as I know, other than just... Well, there you go, I can turn that on, hit forwards, it moves the jetpack forward, and it turns on the thruster. When I release, it returns it to its upright position and turns it off. That is like sort of how you make a VTOL, a vanilla VTOL kind of system. You could go even further and stick in controllers to stop the rotor at certain positions to give it more dynamic use, and I've been thinking of doing something like that. But next we need to sort out this one, so it'll be Jet R01 increase 20 smagging times. Because you can only have one of the same action per space on the toolbar, or per page on the toolbar. Ugh, where's my lighter gone that isn't broken? There it is. Right, so Jet R01 2 on and trigger, and R01 go off. Jet R01 increase. Oop, that's the wrong one. Increase, and finally increase, and then it can turn itself off. So if we turn that on, trigger it, it would be working if I had turned that thruster on, which is now working at full capacity. No, Jet R01 decrease another 20 smagging times. Oh, it's only been just over 2 hours. It's fine. Still got about do another hour's worth before I go to bed. That's all the way around. So turn R01 2 trigger R01 off, turn off. Do that. Yet R01 decrease 10 more times, because you can only decrease small amounts. Right, and that should now work to turn that thruster off. And it turns that block off, and it turns that block off. We turn that block on, trigger it, turns it on, kicks into full capacity. We also need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 increase the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strength of that rotor. jetpack off, turn that on, trigger it, turns that off on itself. Cool, so we can then add that into the flight forward command, and it is simple as jet R01 on, turning on, triggering, and then the stop function, jet R01 off, 01 can start and trigger. So now when we hit forwards, both thrusters kick forward and turn on, and when we let go of the button they both reset and turn off. And I can tap that button all day long and it will do whatever I like. Cool. Oh, and yeah, because it triggers so quickly, you don't even see the timers turning on and off. You just see red lights. Oh, you kind of see that one at the bottom flickering a little bit. You kind of see them flickering, sort of. But, right, well that's, yeah, that's basically, like, basic subgrid thruster control with vanilla things. Now the next thing is red lights. When it moves forward, we want the legs and arms to do stuff too. Right. So, the hips, when we move forward, we want when we move forward, I would like for those, keep the front ones off, we'll turn the back ones on. Then, then we want that one off, that one on, that one on. What's the name over there? Oof. Now we'll leave a gap so we can tell what the hell we're doing. So we'd want them in the position they are in. And that's all the hip ones in the way. And then we've got, yeah, right, okay. Then we would want that one on, that one on, that one on. We might just want all of the rear ones on. Points right back. Absolutely, you need to trigger more things than that, but we'll figure that out later. Yes, and then we'd like arm lights as well. So, we would like the arm hinge. Yeah, we'd like the lower half of the arm to stay where it is. So, we would like the arms to pitch forward. And in the when it resets, we want the hip lights to all turn off again, so the legs stick out. And then we would want those lights off, on, on. Oh. Leg FL03, is that off? Hang on. Leg FL03. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Right. Right. So I need to rethink some of that. Damn. Oh, so that might actually want to be off and off. That's what they currently are. They'll be on and off. I think that's right. We'll find out in a minute when everything goes back into the wrong place, so that wants to be off. Leg light. FR01. Off. On. Off. Off. On. Off. Off. On. And off. Right, so when we hit the forward controls, we do that. Yeah. Then we release it, we do that. Didn't do the arms. Forward. Control. Arms. I want that arm to bend forward. turns off. We want everything to reset except for I don't know, except for those two. Oh no, except for just that. Yeah. Let the off. I don't know, on. So forward would do that. I don't like how high up in the air his arms are. Light LE rotor. What if the arm hinges, no, the arm rotors can turn in a little bit more? So that's that one. So that's at 15. What is it like at 20? And what is that one like? At 20. But rotor, it might just be because they're pitching too far forward. Alas. 45. Maybe that's a little bit much. Make it 35. And a minus 35. That's a little bit more sensible. Yeah, I can do that. What if when we go forward, the middle section of the rear legs lifts all the way up? What's that like? That's pointing directly backwards now. It's the way the way the legs are angled. Yeah, I like that actually. Yeah, that'll be like forward mode. Oh yeah, we haven't set up hands, have we? Oh, that's still leftovers. No, we have not. Of course we bloody haven't. Clock switched on and off. And rotor, reverse, and oh no, it'll have to be reset, increase, reset, decrease, because at some point they're going to get controlled by AI blocks, and AI blocks will reset any RPM I stick on it. So that should now make the hand turn. Maybe. Do the same to the other side. Lock switched on and off. Hand light R01. And rotor reset. Increase. Reset. Decrease. And we'll turn that light off. Take the hand. Then we need finger controller. Finger light L01. Yeah, finger hinges. These never get controlled by AI, so they can just be reverse commands. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when we turn that on and off, it opens up and closes the hand. On closes, off opens. Repeat. And the same thing again here. So, block switched on and off. Finger light. Finger R0. Reverse. 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 And reverse. Now when we turn that off, can't really see it that well from here, but that is opening and closing the hand. Right, so light, forward, reverse, off. What have we got here then? Leg lights, hip lights, arm lights, hand lights, off and off. Now, yeah. And when we fly forward, we will keep them off for now, and we will close the hands. Light forward. We will turn them on so the hands twist back in. There you go. It's him flying forward. Will be eventually. And it resets back to that position. So we then have light reverse. Right. Why did that start? Get that out of the way. So that would reverse would turn off the jetpack. Oh no, it wouldn't. I'd still need the jetpack on for the uplift. I just need the lights to turn back. Yeah, okay. So, light reverse on jet. Turn them back. Jet on 01. Turn on 10. R01 on and trigger. Cool. Right, then it'd be hips the other way around, so on, off, off. On, off, and off. So the forward legs would be on, off, off. Leg, light, forward. Oh, yeah. On, off, off. On, off. Off. Past that so far. Oh, if I can set up the reverse controller, have I? Light, rev, controller, not set up, in the slightest. Wrong thing. Thruster, over 50. Reverse, light, control. Select both of them, because why not? Light, rev, on, off, trigger, stop, off, on, opposite trigger. Right, so, there we go. I'll be going to reverse, that happens. So far, anyway. Cool. Light, rev, on. So the leg lights are rear right would be off, on. Off, on, off. Yeah. And then off, on, off. So hit the reverse button, does that. Hit the forward button, let's do that. So the arm lights for the reverse mode. arm light would be... What do we want? We want the arm hinge to be out straight. And we want the rotor to turn off. That be off. That to be off, I think. On. Off. Off. And off. So we hit reverse. That's fly up like so. Right, rev on do. So the hand lights would want to be off and off. Don't want the hand to actually move out of the position they're currently in. So they would also switch off. Yeah, so it'd be like that. Oh, yeah. The rear feet want to pitch. Go. That's the basics of forward, reverse. We dust slightly off the leg. Swear to God, if I have to move those legs again, I'll not be happy. But I don't want to move them out any further than they already are. Yeah, that'd be forward, that'd be reverse. A little bit of dusting, which might be able to a little bit out. Like that. Bring it in a tiny bit. Now all of a sudden you're clanging because I moved that rotor. Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to mediate that. It starts clanging and kicking off apparently. I'll make it 0. Yeah, it's just not happy if I do that. Oh well. Bring it in at all, like 0.8, 0.8. About 0.7. Seven is your clanging point apparently. Oh, why? 7.5. No clanging at 7.5, but still a bit of scrubbing. Scrubbing what the rotors were doing 2 seconds ago. Right, so that's jetpack forward. Forward and backward. Oh yeah, I need to add controls for these goddamn feet. Which means I need time box. Do that 100 times. Then we have what foot is this? The back foot. Foot thruster RL01. Foot thruster RL01 on 01. Using code names, they do actually make things a little bit simpler further down the line, as I keep saying. That can be off, not off, off 01. Oh. You know what? Oh, could I? Oh, I haven't got the friggin' space left for it, have I? Oh, I do have the space. Technically. No, I don't. No, I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't. No, I don't. Not without cutting out another one of these blocks. Out of range. That. No, I could leave it as that. And then I'd have to change the light configuration. Need to put another event controller Please. Put that out. Nothing is currently in the way. Let's stick that down there. That could be controller, jet, pack, rotor, L01. To the top of that is the R01. That jetpack L01. Controller jet thruster L01. That will turn that thruster on and off. Jet. Oh, moving the lights, I need to change these triggers. So what I need to do is I need to delete that. I need to instead stick a pair of them on like that. Copy that. That one at the back can be the jet pack rotor light. That can be the jet thruster light. Then that get deleted, and that get replaced. Yes, I think that kind of makes sense. So that can get deleted, that can get replaced, that can get copied. Rotor light. That can be the thruster. And then that can get deleted. That can get replaced. I'm gonna do this not differently. So jet thruster controller L01. Jet thruster light L0. Jet L01. On. Oh. Oh. L01. L01. Yeah. Same here. Get thruster light R01. R01. Delete that, delete that. On, off, trigger, off, on, opposite trigger. So now turning that light on and off. That on. Cool. Right. That'll make things a bit easier. Jet pack controller. This is what I need to change back in. So that will be block switched on and off. Jet. Oh, God's sake. Jet pack controller. Jet pack controller. Jetpack light. Jet rotor L01 reverse. So turning on that. Off, turning on. Cool. Block switched on and off. Jet. Oh, Jet rotor R01 reverse and reverse. Now turning off that light, which is that forward. Cool. So forward mode. I need to change a few things again. So instead of doing this stupid crap, we can just turn some lights on and off. So the rotor lights will turn off and the jet lights will turn on. Reverse mode off. Delete all that crap. Jet light. Turn them back on. Turn them back off. And then reverse mode on. That, ditch all of that. Jet light. Oh. Cool. That's been about 3 more hours, so I'm gonna leave that there for this stream. Well, that's that for now. That's the beginning of his flight mode animations. We're gonna need a hell of a lot more thrusters to get him off the ground, but we'll deal with that later. But that'll be forward. That'll be reverse. I mean, we might even be able to possibly stick into the controller so that those thrusters can pitch forward a bit, or pitch backward. Whichever way, point in the direction I want to stop. That would mean even more event controllers tucked in here somewhere. Doable. Quite fast you can be. But yeah, that's some subgrid thruster control. Forwards, backwards, backwards, forwards. Then we'll set up the feet. I'm going to set up some thrusters on the legs. Probably going to shove some thrusters at the bottom of this as well. Think about that next time. Also need to figure out our left and right. Do that. Make the legs pitch in and out in different directions. Why does that one keep dusting? Space engineers being space engineers. Anyway, I'll leave that there for now. Looking pretty good. Doing pretty well. It's gone midnight where I am, and I'm knackered, so I'm probably going to go to bed in a minute. Yeah. Got a weird multi-pad armoured core thing. We know it can walk. We've done plenty of testing with the older version. We just started setting up some of its vanilla limb controls. The arms and legs can move a bit. Hands and things open too and close. So yeah. This big thing is going to get lopped off eventually. That's just there to fuel stuff up for now. But yeah, we'll leave that there for now. Been like another 3 hours, so we'll call that quits. We will come back to this probably tomorrow. I'm off work for a few weeks now, so I can just do this quite a lot. So yeah, thank you for the people that dropped in and said hello and have been watching. I'll be back on tomorrow. About midday tomorrow where I am, it's about 12 hours from now, so I will see you all next time, and goodbye for now.